Manchin and Sinema, they're kind of the face of the opposition, but Biden and Harris haven't mentioned them. Are there ways that they could be pressured into doing the right thing?
Yes. Why haven't Biden and Harris pressured people
Or Schumer, is he doing
publicly?
that behind closed
Publicly.
doors? Right.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or anyone else is doing behind closed doors. So I don't like to say that they're not pressuring these people. I don't know. Here's what I do know. Joe Biden won Arizona. Uh, he has not issued any public messages. He's not campaigned in Arizona to pressure somebody like Kirsten Sinema in Arizona, in a state that he won. In fact, as we have reported, his political machine has aired ads actually thanking her for supporting prescription drug pricing reform just before she went and her office suggested that she's going to try to kill those provisions. Joe Biden won 8 of the 9 congressional districts of the 9 House members who are threatening to help the Republicans take down the reconciliation bill. Joe Biden has not campaigned in those districts, has not publicly issued any kind of messages into those districts trying to pressure those members. So I don't know if he's trying to pressure them behind closed doors, but public pressure wise, the White House has not lifted a finger. And meanwhile, the business interests that want the reconciliation bill passed, they have been airing ads, sponsoring ads in these districts and in Arizona, boosting these specific legislators, touting them as those legislators have tried to do the bidding of those industries to kill the reconciliation bill. So it's almost like an asymmetrical warfare here. You've got Biden, who actually has political leverage over these people, or at least a pressure point, has not used them to advocate for what he says is his own agenda. And you've got corporate interests who want that agenda killed, bankrolling these legislators in their own district to pump them up. So to me, and now I'm going into speculation. I've just said those are the facts. My speculation is I do wonder whether this is the dynamic that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris want. That there's a school of thought that says that what they want is the conservative corporate Democrats to put up this opposition so that they can come in at the end and say that they are the conciliators who are listening to the right wing of their party, and they brought everybody together. That may be their act. That in other words, Kirsten Sinema may be doing what the Biden White House wants.
In which case, we're kind of falling for it if we just followed her. We on the left.
For sure. I mean, but I also think like the flip side is that she is such an avatar of all that
Right.
is wrong that it's not bad to focus in
Sure.
on her because one, she is a problem, and
Right.
two, she just perfectly exemplifies the larger problem. So I agree with you that like singularizing it only to her is not exactly accurate, but also her becoming such a spectacle is actually a perfect example of all that is wrong in
Right. So
politics.
focusing on her is necessary but insufficient, maybe.
Yeah, or she's emblematic.
Emblematic
Like
of
she's
something larger. Right.
emblematic of everything that is really wrong in American politics. I mean, we can go into detail about, she was on the left and she was a progressive state legislator, and then she went to Washington. It's a classic case of going Washington. She got immersed in money. She became the most corporate Democrat, arguably, in the entire Congress. So I think she is an incredible cautionary tale. And by the way, I think there's a lot of public education going on right now through her, which is
Yeah.
to say that I think a lot of people are finally waking up to things that we have been saying, and I've been reporting on for 15, 20 years, that if the Republicans are the Harlem Globetrotters of evil, part of the problem is that the Harlem Globetrotters of evil are only playing against the Washington Generals. That the fix feels like it's in, and that you cannot defeat the Harlem Globetrotters of evil if you keep putting on the court the pathetic Washington Generals, and that the pathetic Washington Generals are part of the problem. That doesn't mean the whole Democratic Party, or there's a lot of Democrats who are bad, and the party itself, the apparatus is corrupt for sure. But like, there's good Democrats who are trying to do the right thing here. But the point is that if you want to actually pass good policy, you have to understand that the Republicans are a big part of the problem, but that the corporate wing of the Democratic Party is a major, not incidental, a major part of the problem.